When I came home from the service, just a lot of traveling rough roads. Started hanging with guys that I grew up with, and they was doing some illegal type stuff, so I joined in.
I had a home, I had a wife, I had children, car, I had everything, a job. And the choices that I made to go to the drugs took all that away.
The addiction took me to a place where I didn't care about nothing and nobody. I mean, I stole, I lied, I cheated. I had no values, no morals. I was just surviving.
Most of my combat was right out there on the streets, you know, another war in itself.
There's got to be a place. There has to be an area where services can be provided for men and women who have served in the military. There's only one. There's only one that does it well. There's only one that does the services the way it should actually be done. There's only one program in the United States that will take a person that's been broken. They're no longer the man or woman they were from the moment they went down to basic training where they're at. Something happened, but something's got to be fixed. The one place that does that is MCVET.
It was a guy that was a former resident of this facility. He came over to the jail and he was talking about veterans. You want to change your life around, you know, come to Maryland Center for Veteran Education and Training. Well, I said I'll come in here, and I came in here March the 1st of 1999, and I think that was the best choice I ever made in my life.
Oh, the program is more than helpful. It's a godsend. This program here has taken me and transformed me into the person I am today.
When I came here, they treated me my whole problem. It wasn't just homelessness.
And I was lucky to come here and run into a few people that I had known from the street, and they had smiles on their face. They were dressing different. They were talking different.
If you just stay here long enough, you can watch the miracle happen.
Word of mouth is powerful. The grapevine is tremendous. It's better than the Baltimore Sun and the Washington Post sometimes to get information out. So we've had people who have been in our program and gone back to live in their respective communities. And they see people and they tell people, look, you know, why don't you go?
Been here now for 20 years, and nobody does it as well as we do. Nobody applies themselves like the staff does. Nobody has 9,000 veterans who have come through our doors that are living testimonials to the service that is done here.
In the military, we become like family. And that old saying, we have each other back. You know, there's always someone there that you can talk with because you're sharing the same experience. You wake up one day and guess what? You're out on the streets, you're out of the military.
Homeless veteran to me is oxymoron. There should not be homeless connected with the name veteran.
Someone doesn't just decide to become homeless. Something happens, whether it be drugs or alcohol or some kind of abuse or PTSD, something happens.
Homelessness is not something that is exclusive to one race, one religion, one age group.
Wartime is extremely difficult. And for someone to have experienced what they've seen, what they were involved in, a lot of times they can't even talk about it when they return home, and all this gets pinned up, and then it manifests itself as mental health issues. Because we find out homeless veterans been out the street, surviving, fending for themselves, and so we bring them back into a structure that they knew.
Understand, MCVET is not an easy program. It's structured. There's a lot that goes into this program. Up at 5:30, chow at a certain time, details, going to school, going to work. Nobody's allowed to just hang out here.
Sometimes you just lay down in the bed and just go to sleep because you're tired because it's a long day.
The main criteria this program offered me was the structure itself, because I had none. I came from a lifestyle outside these gates.
We all know that most people who get handed stuff, they don't charge it as much. but when you work for it, it means a whole lot more to you.
It wasn't always fun. You ain't gonna always get along with everybody in here either, you know, but you gotta understand, we all veterans. You know, at the end of the day, we serve this country.
We have our ups and our downs, but all in all, we all know that in the long run, we got each other's back.
You was in the trenches together. You gotta have a bond. You know, you're around them more than you're around your family. That's a bond, it's a brotherhood, you know, so it don't matter what branch you was in, it's a bond there.
The staff that they've got here are just awesome because they've been through this. They understand what we need out of life. They understand our problems.
Over 70% are actually veterans themselves. Amongst those 70% are actually members who have come through our actual program. So we actually have staff members who are veterans, and we have other members of our staff who are former students within our program.
And so we know the road that they have traveled. We know the sacrifices they've made for this country.
It's awesome to see them interact and to see the alumni teach and help the current students and say, look, you can do it. Look at me. I made it.
You know, everything started here for me, so that's why I always come back here. You know, I'm almost down here so much people think that I'm still here.
We come here, we have a place to stay, we have food on the table. See, because now you have a chance to work on yourself. Okay, you don't have to worry about paying rent. You don't have to worry about finding where your meal is going to come from. These things are given to you by MCVET. So all you have to concentrate on is yourself.
It was a mission that we had to make sure that we reached out and got those female veterans the same type of services that we offered our male veterans.
We have 17 beds here for women, and when the women come in, they have a goal, they have a purpose.
Veterans Helping Veterans, very simply for us, means that once you've come through our program and received all of our services, it's not so much that you just walk away, you now find other veterans who may need our services.
And so when I actually see those veterans leave our program and get into a field where they are reaching back now, helping other veterans and other people in need, that is so gratifying.
Because as a social worker, I was told, and when I was in school, that if you can help one person to do this, it's been all worthwhile. We've helped thousands, so it makes it 1,000 times worthwhile.